when you're 30,000 feet up, what you think of? Oh, I hated knowing that my thoughts would turn to dream, cause I never knew I'd get my chance to link up. Oh, I tell you all of this unusual to me. Swear I came from the bottom, flappers living, walking dead on. Put your favorite rapper's name up on the headstone. Big for the cheese and you're dead wrong. Propaganda set the standards in the tear down.
Throw it back, yeah, I'm born to. It's talking, it's hot, so leave me where I'm at. I'm living how I want now. No reason to look out, it's clear to see. All eyes on me, 400 degrees. Who am I? Ruthless, easy, does it. In public, hated and love it. The underdogs with liquor swabs. It was written in my diary to start a war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle.
Let's get it
with the Houston
Madden,
Texans.
This is what I do.
The
saying
first
all
2
that and
months
I
of
get
the
blew out.
season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Give me a few seconds, buddy. Gotta send that text. And I gotta open up these rules because there's so many leagues. I don't know what the rules are.
First carry for Devontae
No, sir.
Booker. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
No, sir.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. To throw on second down is Keenum. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Shotgun snap for Keenum. Escaping the pressure right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Here's Ellington. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
Richmond.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Flushed out right. He's got it complete to Braxton Miller. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Football one-on-one.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38. On 1st down, it's Watson. Now he steps away.
I'll take that.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Fuller,
well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because it won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall.
Why was Fuller not in the game?
Nowhere to go with the football.
He's not on special teams. I'm over here tripping.
Come back, come back. Richmond.
To throw on second is Watson. And some room to work. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. From the gun on third, Watson eluding the pressure right. Drops it to Blue, complete. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Target.
Watson on first down. Forced out to his left. That is caught at the 7. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. A good pick up there.
I don't really want to run this play, but
the Texans with the first opportunity
anyway.
now from the red zone. They've got it first and goal at the 6. Back to throw, Watson. And that is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Anyway.
One man in the backfield, that's Miller, second and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he's in for the score. Touchdown,
That was beyond
Texans.
easy.
Lamar Miller, his 14th touchdown.
Is that the
now
scout
of the
team
year.
out there?
And the Texans
It looked
have
like the
taken
scout
the
team.
early lead.
Scout team. I'm just kidding.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point.
I'm just kidding.
The extra point, not exactly a thing of beauty, but it does ricochet home. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. So the Broncos coming out now. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible.
Thank you.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
Man, that was his first interception of the season?
That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game.
This guy been playing
if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Watson, hauled in by Anderson, left side. And he gets it down to the 32. Give him a couple on the catch at 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Griffin. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1.
Come back.
From the gun, here's Watson. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Texans will extend their lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And Denver getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Let's go, 22. 22. Very left, very left. Jam. Very left, very left. Here goes the
On second down, here's Keenum. Now he's forced out left. Broken tackle. Now he'll go
oh my.
down the middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's
Oh
complete.
my. Oh my.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk.
Yes, it can
So
be mad,
first
though.
and 10 now in Houston territory
But that was
at the
clowny.
48-yard line. Keenum on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Sutton. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Booker on first down. And he went nowhere. He'll lose
Tackle
yardage
running
back
backs,
to the
but you
29.
can't tackle QBs.
That's
Okay,
going
I
to go
got
as
it.
a loss of a yard.
I
and
get
it'll
it.
be
I
second
get it.
down. And our statistician, Ben Ramsar, just held up 3 fingers to remind me he now has 3 tackles for a loss rolling in the first quarter.
Well, Ben's got it detailed perfectly. He always gives us the right stats. I'd love to be on the offense's headset right now because what you're hearing is, can someone please block him? Come up with a scheme. Come up with something. Make sure you block him because he's disrupting everything.
Let's go. Orange.
Keenum to throw on second down. And
Come on.
incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free
Pick something.
and brings up third down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Throwing is Keenum on third down. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And that will line up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is. So awfully close that time, but his kick's going to come up short by about the length of the football.
Yeah, Brandon, he got a little help from the mile-high air, but that one just didn't quite get there.
So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. They go play action here on first down. Trying to improvise. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough. Swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On second down, here's Watson. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle.
Come on, Miller.
Attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
That was my bad. I should have hit you earlier.
He has one touchdown in this first half, a second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Watson now to throw. He finds his man Griffin. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Watson now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. From the red zone now, Watson underneath for Miller. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Being chased out left. And that's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise.
I didn't know what kind of defense this guy was running. Where does the lineman just go 2 yards
you want one in this league, won't you?
Still.
I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Come back, come back. Tiger.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
It wasn't QB spying, but I didn't know what they was doing.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To the air yet again, Watson. Flush to his right. He finds his target. Fuller.
Let's get in there then, buddy.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans will add on to their lead. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0.
This game might just get real ugly.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Returning it, Carlos Henderson. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The drive starts with Devontae Booker. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Very left, very left. Here we go, boys. Cut.
Here's Keenum now on 2nd down. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. First catch there for Thomas. It's a first down.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body, that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day.
Hey, go, Roger. Let's go.
On second down, here's Keenum. And that's complete to the tight end, Hireman. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Very left. Ah! Hey, yo, let's go. Cut.
Keenum going to throw on 3rd and 1. Escaping the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A very solid gain of 27. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
It's hauled in by Ellington. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards. Watson now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Texans will extend their lead. And he knocks it through. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return is Henderson. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Roger. Cut.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Keenum. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Flushed out right. They'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse, step accurately.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Thomas, the intended target. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. The final shot before the break. Watson dumps it complete to Miller. Miller with 1st down and more. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Texans now. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Play action from Miller. Now Watson eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. The Texans on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Come back, come back.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Andre Hal, the one to bring him down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Keenum. lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now this is fielded in the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds, getting it across the 25. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 27. On 1st down, it's Watson. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Richmond.
On 1st and 10, Watson going deep for Hopkins. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now it's Watson, and he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Watson. Throw left side, taken in by Miller. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Watson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Watson on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Black 99 Philly.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. Room here to run. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 1st down, Watson. Flush to his right. Over the middle, complete. It's Griffin. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Watson now to throw. Step under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, here's Watson. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll start out on the ground with Booker. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Here's Keenum to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Keenum now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here.
Roger.
On first down, Keenum. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Hey, Mike's right. 22. 22. Right. Mike 28.
Play action. It's Keenum. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Christian Covington in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Down.
Working from the gun, Keenum. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Here's Marquette King now as he's on to punt for Denver. Welcome back now to Denver. Here's Marquette King now as he's on to punt for Denver. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. From the gun, here's Watson. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And they're going to get the 1st down here across the 15-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Now Watson on 1st and 10, escaping the pressure right. He hits blue. A huge play there for Houston. 62 yards. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
They still can't get it. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Flushed out right. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Richmond.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans add on. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
A second down here for Booker. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. On the handoff, this is Booker. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here's Marquette King now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is taken around the 12. A great return there of 22 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. To throw on second is Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been excellent. 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 4. Now Watson. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. A first down carry now for Miller. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Throwing now, Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside.
And the Broncos get there and take him down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Here's Watson now on second down. Completion left side to Miller. Past the 20. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drop.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
So Charles are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL.